Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I want to talk to you about new to me fragrance house, a house that I have been interested in for a while and finally had a chance to sample. Now, the name of the house is Esse Strikes the Notes. It is a relatively new Italian niche house. I think it was established in 2018, and they have, I believe, 5 fragrances in their catalog. Now, if I understood the concept of this house correctly, the creator of this house made these 5 fragrances to represent different personalities of his granddaughter. That's why all of them are named after different women. So they have women's names in their titles. So I think that's the concept of this brand, which is really interesting. Now, I heard about it actually quite a while ago, over a year ago. I remember Cherie from the Top Note mentioning this house, and I don't remember which fragrance she had. I just remembered the fragrance bottle because it looked so unusual and it kind of stayed with me. And, you know, I've always kept it at the back of my mind as something that I wanted to try. And yes, it took me quite some time to try this house, but I have finally sampled all 5. And so I'm going to tell you about all 5. You know, typically when I do these, let's call them sampling or house overview videos, you know, I tell you about all the fragrances that I sampled, and then I sort of, you know, ask you a question. Well, do you think I purchased any? Are any of them full bottle worthy? But this time around, I am actually going to do everything in the reverse order. I'm going to start by telling you that I actually did purchase 1 full bottle. I decided to blind buy this full bottle, and when I purchased it, they sent me samples of the other 4 fragrances. So that's why I have all 5 to share with you. So let me show you how it came. I'm going to show you which full bottle I purchased. Did I make the right choice? And then tell you about the other 4. So here's how everything came. It came in this outside box. Of course, white is really not playing well with my camera colors, but let's do this quickly. Inside this box, there was another box, which is where the full bottle came. And then there were samples of the other 4 here. So let me tell you which one I chose. I chose Priscilla. So let me open the box. It's a little bit hard to open. Give me a second. Okay, finally got it open. Here you go. Priscilla is in here. So let me take it out. All of the bottles have the same shape, but all of them have different colors. Beautiful, rich, very vibrant colors. So this one turned out to be red. First of all, you know, I've seen these bottles. That's how I got interested in this house, is because the bottle looked so unusual. And, you know, feel free to use your imagination, what it looks like, you know. It's definitely unusual, definitely interesting. But, you know, I didn't realize just how big it is. It is quite big. The bottle is quite big. So I think this is absolutely stunning. So let's talk about this fragrance and start with the notes. So here we have red berries, pineapple, cyclamen, black rose, grapefruit, violet, ylang ylang, pink pepper, cardamom, jasmine, ambergris, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, and vanilla. Okay, let's spray it. I already had a chance to wear this fragrance several times, so I have fully tested it. I formed my complete opinion about it. What does it smell like? Well, I would say that overall, this fragrance is probably about a rose, but it's not just rose. I definitely get grapefruit in here, especially in the opening. I also get florals, and I can't tell you what florals exactly. For me, it's just this mixed bouquet of florals. It is lighter in the opening and it becomes stronger in the dry down, especially in like the really, really deep dry down. Floral nuances become stronger. I am definitely getting a bit of pink pepper in the opening. Again, it subsides as it starts drying down, but I do get it in the opening. There is almost a little bit of freshness and perhaps even a little bit of sourness. It says red berries, but yeah, maybe there are red berries, but I would almost say that there is an apple in here as well, like a green apple, because I'm getting a little bit of that appley sourness in here. Okay, so there is, I just looked at the notes again, so there is pineapple in here. Maybe it's the pineapple that I'm mixing with an apple, I don't know, but for me, still, it leans a little bit more to the apple side, the actual apple. And so, like I said, the rose is of course here, but it's really not that prominent. It's really mixing together with all the other notes. And then, in addition to rose, you have like these other florals as well. There's also a little bit of patchouli in here. And at times I get a slight vibe of like some kind of, I don't know, hand cream or body cream or something, some kind of cream, that you would use. I get slight whiffs of that. And typically I don't like that, but it's so gentle in here that it really doesn't bother me at all. Overall, I think I made the right choice. I'm loving this fragrance. It is so beautiful, and it is a little bit unusual for me because florals in here are relatively strong, especially like I said in a dry down, and then it has this unusual like hand cream or body cream kind of vibe, but I really, really like it. It's a gorgeous fragrance, absolutely beautiful. I love this fresh grapefruit, really zingy kind of grapefruit at the beginning, in the opening. Really beautiful, really beautiful. Absolutely love this fragrance. I made the right choice. I'm glad that I blind bought it. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like I said, I've had at least 2 or 3 full day wears of this fragrance and enjoyed it every single time. So this is beautiful, beautiful. Now, before I tell you about the other 4 scents, I do want to quickly mention customer service because, I don't know about you, but for me, it is important, especially when I'm purchasing from an unknown to me company from overseas. Sometimes I'm hesitant to make a purchase just because I don't know how customer service works. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And it's risky purchasing from a company that you know nothing about. And that's why I want to share my experience with you. I placed an order, they shipped it relatively quickly, I started tracking it, and then something strange started happening. So they shipped it from Italy, it went to Italy, then France, then it came back to Italy, then it went back to France, then it kept getting stuck in France. It was just really strange. I contacted them about it, and they replied so quickly and they said, look, we noticed that something strange is happening with shipping. We already contacted the shipping company. We're looking into this. They were on top of things. They didn't even need me to tell them. And then they followed up again and they wrote to me without me asking, and they were super, super responsive. And then, after circling Italy and France for a few days, the package finally came to me. So I have to say that this was one of the best customer service experiences that I've had. They were super fast, super accommodating. They even said, you know, if this situation doesn't straighten itself in a couple of days, we're shipping a new package to you. So incredibly understanding on top of things. So if you're thinking of purchasing from them, I would say do it with confidence. I've had an outstanding experience. Okay, now let's talk about the other 4 scents. Doing this in completely random order, just gonna show you how their samples come. Really nice, very cute. Let's open it. So the next one that I have is Miranda. Let me spray it on. Let me just show you. I mean, this is normal, regular. So let me spray it on and then we're gonna go into the notes. Okay, so this one is Miranda. Let's look at the notes. Star anise, dark chocolate, licorice, rose, lily of the valley, heliotrope, sandalwood, jasmine, vanilla, sugar, ambergris, musk, and powdery notes. Now, I think this one is the one that many people compare to Intense Cafe from Montal. And you know, when I first sprayed on, I thought, yeah, they were absolutely right. I mean, at first, it seems exactly like those fragrances. But on me, it started changing quite a bit. As it dries down, I get a lot of chocolate. I mean, really a lot of chocolate, really rich, dense, delicious chocolate. Like really, it feels like it's, you know, some kind of, I don't know, Belgian, really high quality type of chocolate. That's what I get in here more than anything else. Yes, there is, you know, vanilla. There's maybe some florals in here. There's some sandalwood probably, but I get a lot of chocolate. Especially, you know, if I spray it on my hand and I bring the hand to my nose, it's chocolate. I get a ton of delicious chocolate. Now, if I'm just walking around and kind of getting the whiffs of this fragrance, the whiffs from far away are a little bit more similar to Intense Cafe. So that's kind of what it smells like to me. I love this fragrance. I love it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. Yes, it has similarities to Intense Cafe or, you know, any of the other fragrances that are similar to that. But at the same time, on my skin, it develops into something different. Like I don't get chocolate, you know, from like Intense Cafe or Deluxe or any of those. But here I get a ton of chocolate. Anyways, I really, really like this one. I think this would probably be my next purchase from this house. Next one that we have in here is Vittoria. So let's start with the notes. Cherry blossom, lemon, rose, grapefruit, sweet orange, gardenia, peony, saffron, jasmine, white musk, ambergris, and oak moss. This one is quite fresh, very fresh. Kind of, I would say, citrusy, floral. That's how it smells to me. I am getting cherry blossom and lemon, yes. And maybe a little bit of peony in the background. I do get a little bit of saffron that I wish wasn't here. It's not strong, but I still get it. And I almost feel a little bit like it's like, okay, for me, probably it's just for me because I don't like this note, but I almost feel like it's a little bit out of place in here, you know? Why do we have saffron ruining this really feminine, really elegant kind of floral composition? I feel like, I don't know, I would take saffron out of here, definitely. There is some, I don't know, a little bit of earthiness in here, so I can see oak moss being here. Yes, it's citrusy, floral, more on the floral side, but I do get a little bit of citrus and I do get light saffron. It's really, really lovely. I think if there was no saffron in here, I would probably want to get a full bottle as well. But Saffron, like I said, I feel like it's slightly misplaced in this fragrance, probably because I don't like this note. But overall, it's also a lovely composition. Okay, next we have Donatella, I think. Oh, yeah, Donatella. There you go. So here the notes are iris, violet, bergamot, rose, patchouli, myrrh, incense, woody notes, pink pepper, white musk, ambergris, and vanilla. So let's smell this one. This is definitely a fragrance made up of purple flowers, is how I would describe it. So I do get violet and I do get iris. Not overpowering. I like that both of these florals, although they're prominent, they are not, they feel very fresh to me. They don't feel too sweet or too powdery. They feel quite fresh. Bergamot, I'm also getting in here, and patchouli. For sure, I'm getting patchouli. It has that nice earthy element to this, kind of grounding the flowers. Maybe that's why they don't feel so sweet or so powdery. Yeah. Again, a little bit of pink pepper. I do get it just like I get it in Priscilla. There is a little bit of pink pepper, especially in the opening. And maybe a touch of vanilla, although again, I would not describe this fragrance as sweet. Overall, you know, as someone who really doesn't like violet, I usually find violet too overpowering, especially when you put violet and iris together. I kind of feel like it becomes too much. I really like this one. This one really surprised me. It's so lovely. These flowers have such elegance, such fresh nature to them that I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's the patchouli and the lemon that are really toning them down and making this quite beautiful. For those that enjoy those purple flowers, I think this is a gem. This is the one that you should really try. Beautiful, very elegant, very feminine scent. Classy. Yeah, this is really, really nice. Really nice. And this finally brings us to the last one, which is Anita. So here we have quite a lot of notes. There is tuberose, jasmine, gardenia, cyclamen, orange blossom, violet, peony, lily of the valley, cashmere woods, rose, sandalwood, black pepper, vanilla, musk, amber, amberette. Okay, I might have missed a few, very long list. And out of these 5, as you might have guessed by the notes, this was the one that didn't work for me. This is the one that I didn't like. This is very, very heavily floral, white floral. I mean, jasmine, tuberose, yes, right in your face, right in your nose. As soon as I spray it even once, I feel like these white flowers are overpowering, absolutely overpowering for me, because, you know, I'm not a white flower kind of person. So for me, this is way too much. Like I'm getting tired of it right away. Like I feel like, okay, a few more whiffs and I'm gonna get a headache. So yeah, this is definitely not for me. This is for someone who loves heavy white florals, but if you do, I think you really might enjoy it. I honestly can't appreciate the beauty of this one because for me, the white florals are just too much. But I kind of think that for those who enjoy, you know, gardenia and jasmine and tuberose, you would really like this one. I think you would. So this one is not for me, but, you know, for someone who loves white flowers, it could be nice. So there you go. Here are my thoughts on this interesting house as strikes the notes. So again, I purchased Priscilla. Absolutely love it. I think this is my favorite from the list. I do really like Miranda and I do really like Donatella. I think these are my top 3. But overall, I have to say, I was quite impressed with this house. I really, really was. I enjoyed, except for Anita, I honestly enjoyed the other 4, and I could easily see myself wearing the other 4. I was also very, very impressed with their customer service. Obviously, this video is not sponsored. I purchased this. I'm just giving you my honest opinions. You know, as always, if I love something, I tell you. If it didn't work for me, I also tell you. So in this case, I really, really like this house. I was quite impressed, happy with the blind buy that I made, and will definitely be purchasing 1 or 2 more in the future. So let me know, have you heard about this house? Have you tried anything from it? And if you have, what is your favorite? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.